What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy on Sports, joining you here. Excited to be unboxing Madden 26 here. Just showed up on the old dashboard. Let's take a quick opportunity to look at it and see, of course, as we like to do every time the new game comes out, is we want to see where our Browns are. And again, I will not sim for you just a second, but we're at least going to see right out the box where the Browns are. So, here we go. Joe Flacco to 71. Watson at a 70. Sanders and Pickett at a 67. And Dylan Gabriel to 66. So, we're going to be worried about that room. But hey, you know what? That's actually a pretty decent ratings boost for Joe Flacco based on where he was at the end of the previous game. So there you go. Okay. Jerome Ford. Man, he regressed. He was like an 81 in the last game. 77, Quinshawn and Sampson, both 74s. Interesting there. 92 speed for Sampson. Pierre Strong at a 69. Remember, in particular, I feel like the ratings out of the box are always pretty low for a lot of people, so don't freak out too much. Here's Troy Harrison at a 62. I bet he's going to get cut. They won't carry a fullback. 84 for Jerry Jeudy, with a 91 speed, 92 agility, etc. There's Deontay Johnson at a 76. Tillman just at a 72. DeAndre Carter at a 72. Then you get Jamari Thrash, David Bell, and Gage Lardivan. Hey, Gage Lardivan made Madden. How about that? That's pretty exciting. First of all, welcome in Alex. Welcome in Applied. Welcome in Mason. Gage Lardivan, one of the sensations at camp. Luke Floria not making the roster, but Gage Lardivan made the game. So how about them apples? David Njoku, 89 out of the box. Harold Fannin, 71. There's Brendan Bates at a 64 and Blake Whiteheart at a 62. Cornelius Lucas III at a 74. Dewan at a 70 and a left tackle. Feels a little disrespectful, but again, Madden going to Madden. Antonio at an 85. Zach Zinter at a 70. Then you have Javion Cohen and D'Artagnan Tinsley, undrafted rookie free agent. Posick and Whippler, 72 and 66. There's a Teller at an 80 and Tevin Jenkins. Or actually, Tevin Jenkins higher than Wyatt Teller at an 80. Wyatt Teller a superstar, but 79 overall, as potentially his regression has started. They got to earn it, frankly. Got to earn it. Conklin at a 79. There's Julian Pearl, Jason Ivey, and Jackson Barton. These are these backup tackles who are just absolutely getting pistol whipped in practice by the depth of the defensive ends. 70 for Isaiah McGuire feels low, but again, obviously I'm a homer. Aquara, 69, 66 for Alex Wright. Aiden Huntington, undrafted rookie free agent at 74. There needs to be a bigger difference between your undrafted rookie and Alex Wright, but that's just me. Miles at a 99. We'll stop him at the 99 for us. There's Tryon Shoyinka. There's Cam Thomas and KJ Henry, who they just signed a couple days ago, already into the game as well. Mason Graham coming out of the box at an 80. That's pretty exciting. Shelby Harris at a 77. Malik Collins at a 75. Mike Hall Jr. at a 72. Yuck. Juwan Briggs and Sam Kamara. Buki Watson at a 68. The only Sam on the roster. Schlesinger comes out of the box at a 75, including 87 speed. He's right there with Diabate at 67 also with an 87 speed. Look at his awareness, already at 75 as well, because he has been smart. Look at those flowing locks. There's JOK. He's been regressed down to an 83, and obviously, I'm assuming, I don't know if they'll put him on the IR or if I'll have to just bury him on the depth chart or not. There's Jerome Baker at a 77. Devin Bush at a 75. Winston Reed. Again, everybody's numbers usually come off pretty low unless you're a superstar. That's kind of Madden's thing. Here's Denzel at a 90. 81 for Greg Newsome. MJ Emerson now to 75. There's Nick Needham, Cam Mitchell, Harden Brown, Anusium, and Anthony Kendall. Feels like they did, maybe, Mason. 73 for Hickman, 73 for KZ. Delpit at an 81. Rayshon Jenkins at a 78. D-Hop at a 71. Corey Bojorquez at an 82. Oh, they have a long snapper position now. Rex Sunahara. How about them apples? They finally didn't make them just a backup tight end who sucked. They actually have a whole thing for long snappers. How about that? That's kind of fun. All right. Finally here, as we like to do, let's just look at the top of each position here. No doubt, no surprise here. Josh Allen, Lamar, Burrow, Mahomes, Stafford. Your top five up there at the top. There's Baker, tied with Jaden Daniels. But like I said, decent starting quarterbacks like Jordan Love at an 83, Tua at 82, Stroud at 81, Dak at 84. There's Bo Nix, who had a great season last year. Drake May on the up and coming. Darnold had a great season. There's Rodgers at 76. So Wilson at 76. So in general, unless you're one of the super duper duper stars, they kind of nerf you in general a little bit. Saquon, Derrick Henry, Jamar Gibbs, Christian McCaffrey, and Bijan Robinson leading that room. Let's just see where they have him at. 87 for Nick Chubb. Would have looked pretty good in our running back room. Fullbacks, Juszczyk, no surprise. Ricard, Gillum, C.J. Ham, and Alex Ingold. A lot of teams don't even have a fullback anymore. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. How about, remember those guys were teammates in college, which is nuts, along with Joe Burrow. So like a trio of 99s. Amon-Ra St. Brown, CeeDee Lamb right there. Tyreek Hill still, although they've reduced his speed from 99 to 98. There's Terry McLaurin at 94. Oh my gosh, trade for him at a 94. A.J. Brown, Mike Evans, and so on. Tight ends, no real surprises here. Kittle, Kelsey, McBride, Mark Andrews, and Brock Bowers. There's the chief right outside of the 90 club. Trent Williams still at a 97. Wirfs, Mailata, Tunsil, who got the big free agent acquisition to the Commies. Tooney, big left guard. There's Batonio. Still the 5th best left guard in the game. Creed Humphrey signed a big deal. McCoy, Linderbaum, Meldon Jenkins. There's Zach Frazier. Really? The Pittsburgh Steelers is the 5th best safety in the league. Meinertz, Lindstrom, Zeitler, and that's it for the 90s. There's Trey Smith as well. Lane Johnson, the only 99 offensive lineman at 35 years old. Good for him. Penei Sewell, Zach Tom, O'Neal, etc. on down the line. There's Micah Parsons, Max Crosby, TJ Watt. I also like, the college game did this too. They label them as edges now, so you don't have that weird, like, are they outside linebackers or pass rushers? It's like, it doesn't matter. They're just edge players. Miles heads up that group ahead of Trey Hendrickson, Daniil Hunter, etc. Dexter Lawrence, Chris Jones, Derek Brown, who we've seen in practice here. Leo Chenal, the best of the Sams, at an 84. Warner, a 97. Roquan, Bobby Wagner, still at a 91. Mario Davis. Zach Bond, the best of the Wills. So there's not even an outside linebacker in the 90s. That's crazy. PS2 at a 97. There's Christian Gonzalez, the 2nd best corner in the game. Kind of crazy. See on down the line, there's Ward. I feel like Ward should be a little better than some of these guys. But again, I know I'm a homer. Jesse Bates, one of the 4 free safeties in the 90s there. You can see Minka back in his old colors. Xavier McKinney, Derwin James, Budda Baker, Kyle Hamilton, no surprises there. Brendan Aubrey, best kicker in the game, 87. Bojorquez, tied for the 3rd best punter rating in the game. Best long snapper, Josh Harris. That's so funny. What makes them good long snappers? That's what I want to know. Anyway, all right, guys, that was fun. I appreciate you joining me on this one. As again, it was fun to just look at it quickly. Again, I will try to do the first preseason sim either tonight or tomorrow. It will be before the real game, but I do appreciate you being on. Thanks so much to all of our subscribers. We've got some room to do and or room to grow, and again, it could be a rough season all around, and now we saw Madden's interpretation of it. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. Have a great day, and as always, go Browns!